Yeah, it's recording. Okay. Hi, make pizza puffs with me. So first what we're gonna do is start with the pizza crust. It needs, hold on, half a cup. There we go, half a cup of hot water. And I fill it up just slightly above half a cup to allow for evaporation. And yes, I'm using a boxed pizza mix that just add water. Okay, so I've got pepperoni because that's pretty much all that we use in our pizzas. I make mine for just cheese. My son likes his with pepperoni. We've got the cheese. We have a jar of sauce. Yes, it's already open because I use one jar for several batches. I think I've made 2 batches out of this and I still have about half a jar left. I only use about a tablespoon per muffin cup. Okay, so we got our steamy hot water. Yep, half a cup. And stir this up until it comes together. And then we're supposed to cover it and let it sit for a few minutes. So, if you can still see it, I still got some flour bits in here. And I'm just getting those mushed in. And it is coming together very nicely. Okay. So I'm gonna let that sit for 5 minutes. Set that to the side. Okay, so I have the vegetable spray. We're gonna spray each of the cups really well. But then I'm gonna do myself a favor. Grab a paper towel, and I'm wiping off the top edge, the flat part. It keeps the oil from baking on, and then my pans don't get the whole burnt on oil thing that builds up over time. All that scorched oil discolors your pans. This is just a cheap pan from the dollar store, but right, I'd like to make it last as long as possible. Okay, so that's all cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and start the oven at 450 and let that heat up. That's actually not gonna take that long. We just have to wait for the dough to set and wait for the oven to heat up. I'm gonna go ahead and get set up for making the dough. Tiny kitchens, you have to get creative. Okay, so this particular brand of pizza dough calls for a floured surface. Some of the other ones that I've used don't. Because once this is done rising, we will pop it out and knead it a bit into this flour. I'm going to grab my rolling pin. Okay. I'd say this has sat long enough. It is still pretty sticky. That was the nice thing about the other bagged ones. Yes, I know you can put cooking spray on my hands, but I think it makes the dough more greasy. It should be negligible, but I don't find that it is. It gets unsticky pretty quick once you add the flour. Okay, so I am just mushing the pizza crust into a square-ish, rectangle-ish kind of shape because I'm going to divide it into 12 pieces. Okay. So I've got it into strips, just so I've got it into 12ths. And then I'm just gonna mush them into a disc shape. Okay, so I've got a disc. I'm gonna put that in the cup. So I just kind of work it around. So now we're just gonna do that 12 more times. If y'all know a better way to do this, please let me know. Normally, I do not have this many problems with it. You ever let somebody watch you write or stand behind you while you're typing on the computer and you can be doing great, but just as soon as somebody's watching you, you just keep messing it up? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening with me right now. I swear I'm not this incompetent. But also part of me doing this is just showing you guys normal. I think we're all just a little bit tired of the picture perfect and not feeling up to standards. It wears on you. So how about we start showing off what happens with regular people? Okay, last one. Okay. So I'm going to gather up most of the mess. Didn't do too bad. Okay. Sauce. Okay, so I use just about this much sauce, probably a little bit more for my sons. I prefer them just a little bit less saucy. And I kind of smush it around a bit. I don't get real complicated with it. It'll spread out as it gets hot. If you've been following me on Facebook, I think this is the third time I've publicly made these. I think I made them 2 or 3 times before I ever told the world that I was doing it. Now we're going to fill these up with cheese, and then I'm going to add the pepperoni. And then on top of the pepperoni, I'm going to add just a little bit more cheese. I'm not normally this messy when I cook, but y'all are making me nervous. So I put a little bit of extra cheese in my side because I'm only having cheese. Okay, time for the sheet. You like it with 4, right?
3. 4 overloads it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm putting 3 on here, and I don't know why, but I tend to separate them a little bit. I think when he's helped me in the past, he just stacks them up. I'm putting these on the wrong ones. Like I said, I put extra cheese on mine. It gets a little less. Okay, there's those three. And then we will top it off with some more cheese. Now, I've tried putting extra seasoning on top of this before cooking it, but I didn't really notice a difference because we're going to make garlic butter with Italian seasoning to drizzle over the top. Alright, so my oven is officially preheated. So we're going to take these and pop them in and set it for 18 minutes, and it's set to 450 degrees. So once those are done, I will come back and show you what's going on. In the meantime, I'm gonna get cleaned up. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. So these still got a minute left on here, but I'm calling them done. They are sizzly. You're going to pull these out and set them there for a few minutes. I forgot to clean up that cheese. It looks worse than it actually is. Grabbing my basting brush. So I've got butter. Garlic powder. Really season this with your heart. Italian seasoning, because is there such a thing as too much garlic? I don't think so. And we're going to do just a little bit of salt. It is salted butter. I always use salted butter, so I don't add as much salt as you might want. Okay. So I've got this nifty little, this is silicone basting brush. It came with a turkey baster that I bought years ago. So anyway, this basting brush has got this nifty little end on it. Now, like I said before, this is just a cheap muffin tin, but it's actually holding up pretty well. And I figure as long as I treat it right, ooh, these are hot. As long as I treat it right, then it should last me for a while. Okay, so we've got the pepperoni ones here and the cheese ones here. Now we've got the butter. So I'm just scooping up the butter, and I'm making sure to get the basting brush in there really good so I can get the garlic on it. And pick up that Italian seasoning and just brushing these across. This smells so good. When is somebody gonna invent smell-o-vision? Especially with cooking videos. The lactose intolerant kid loves extra butter on his pizza. Okay, so those are done, and I'm gonna bring them closer here so you guys can get a better look at them. Oh, there we go. Look, they're so good. Now the bottom crusts are still pretty soft, so it's gonna soak up any of the butter that's left over on the plate, and it makes the bottoms taste as tasty as the top. Where'd the plate go, boy?